Hi, I'm Cherryl from Limberlost Garden Centre. I'd like to show you our rosemary today. Rosemary is a Mediterranean plant, so to grow it in the wet tropics is very, very different. The Mediterranean has a climate where it has cool, wet winters and hot, dry summers. So Cairns is about opposite to that. At Limberlost, we've mastered how to grow this. I'd like to take you through the process we use, and then I can show you how you can grow these at home yourself with success. We grow them from cuttings. This is the little cutting that we put in our mist house. That roots, and we let it grow till it gets a little bit bigger. The next stage, we plant it up to this size. So when it's fully rooted and we've got roots coming out the bottom, then it goes into the next size pot. The next size pot is a 130, and sometimes we sell them this size, although we do prefer to sell them larger because you're going to have more success when you do grow from a larger plant. The next size we pot up is what we call a 180 pot, and they get to about this size, and that's when they're put out, and that's the best size to buy if you're going to buy one and have it live for years, especially through the wet season. We pot them up to the next size, which is 250 ml pot size. This is a beautiful plant. This stage, very easy to grow. I'm just going to let you know about how to grow them. There are two ways you can grow them in Cairns yourself. If you've got good drainage, and like you're at the beach, or you've got a nice loamy soil, you can plant them in the ground. If you've got a heavy clay, you can't. You're probably best to just leave them in the pot. We suggest to look after them is to give them lots of water when they're in a pot. People think rosemary don't like a lot of water, they grow in a very dry climate. If it's in a pot, it needs to be watered every day or every couple of days to keep it nice and moist. The way you can tell if it needs watering, just use the finger test, put your finger in. If it feels damp and the pot feels really heavy, you know it's okay. The pot starts to feel light and feels a bit dry on top, give it a really good soak. Get the hose, run it right through several times so that you know you've watered right through to the bottom of the pot. I also recommend that you fertilise them a lot as well. If you want this lovely fresh growth, which is the growth that you use in cooking, that's when you need to water it and fertilise it to get that growing. So these are just a few tips on how you can grow rosemary at home. If you've got any concerns or any problems, come and see us at Limberlost and we can set you on the right track.